Guys, hi. Okay, you're too close. We don't know each other like that yet. Okay, anyway, hi. Okay, so I'm. Wait, what? Oh, listen, it's not that you asked, but it's been a busy day, and it is 12:30 a.m., I believe. It's midnight, and I'm filming this video. So, yeah, I let down my hair for you. I didn't change my pajama pants, but I did put on a shirt for you. Well, I was wearing a shirt before, but I was a pajama shirt. But anyway, I put on a shirt for you and I put on makeup. I hope you appreciate me. Okay? So, anyway, this video is the end of the year book tag video because I'm hopping on that trend. Everybody's doing it, so I'm going to do it as well because I am a follower, not a leader. Okay? So, let's get started. Another new background. You're seeing my lovely couch, and I'm sitting on this hard wood floor because I wanted to try this. So, yeah. Do you see Paulton? I hope you do. Okay. So, anyway, let's get started. So, the first question, and this is easy. The first question is most disappointing book of the year. Wow. So fucking easy to answer. Now, the books I'm about to say, if you got a problem with it, this is all I have to say. Argue with a fucking wall, okay? Or a block of cheese. I don't give a fuck, okay? It's my opinion, and if you don't like it, then that's on you, okay? Love you though. So, Devil Knight series by Penelope Douglas, and I have in my notes, it's called that awful series by Missy J. Yeah, that's not that nice. I don't know what it's called. The Hollow Boy series by Monty J, I think. I will. I don't know. Listen, I may actually be the problem, okay? I acknowledge it. I actually may be the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay, sorry. I can't sing either. But yeah, I do it. Listen. I So the Devil Knight series, yeah, by Penelope Douglas. Listen, it's a very popular series. It's very hyped, and I thought I was really gonna like it. I really wanted to like it. Like I really wanted to like it, which actually I I hoped. I had hope. Okay, I thought I would like it, but I didn't. I didn't. I only read the first book. Well, no, that's not true. I read the first and second book. What's the first book called? Corrupt? Anyway, I didn't like it. What's his name? Michael and Erica? Is that the couple's name in the first book? I think so. I powered through their book. Their book was rough to me. I didn't particularly care for it. It was rough. And then I was like, okay, maybe it's just the first book, you know. Normally the first book in a series is rough. It's always the hardest one most of the time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get through this book and then continue. Then I got to the second book. I don't remember what it's called. Wait, maybe it's called Nightfall? Now I will actually say, now this is funny because I only read the first and second book and none of the other books, but I will say that the second book is my favorite. And I didn't even finish it. I read most of it and then I skimmed the rest, so I do know what I remember. Well, I don't remember, but I did know what happens in it, and I actually do love Kai and Banks. Kai and Banks, I really did like, but yeah, I don't know. Listen, I really wanted to like that series. I really wanted to like it, but I didn't, and I think it's Penelope Douglas. I blame her. I think I just don't vibe with her writing. Because even when I hear about her other books like Credence or Birthday Girl, those don't sound like books I would like. Those sounds like books that I would fucking hate. Okay? And I know those again, those are popular. A lot of you love it, which okay, to each their own. But I think I would burn it. I don't so I just think I don't vibe with Penelope Douglas's writing. Which is okay. Nothing against her. But I don't think I vibe with her writing. I'm very disappointed because again, for the 100th time, I wanted to like it. But I don't. But I do stay away from spoilers just in case I ever do decide I want to try to, if I want to give it another chance. But I probably never will because I'm kind of scared of her writing because I'm like, I don't know. I'm scared because I don't know if it's just this series or it's just her writing in general. So I don't know. I'm kind of scared to like read any of her books again. So yeah, Monty J. I believe the series is called the Hollows Boys series. Now, um, Corrupt, the Devil Knight series, and the Hollow Boys series, a lot of people will say that they're similar. Like, if you like Devil Knights, then read Hollows Boys. I can't speak too much to that because, again, I didn't finish the series. I read the first book. Again, that was rough. I read the first page of the second book, I believe. Don't remember anything about it. I kind of spoiled the very last book for myself, Saddest's book, and I didn't like what I was reading, the reviews of that book. And I was like, fuck this, I'm done. And I don't need to explain myself. Okay? But I will actually say, though, I do remember when I was reading the first book, I don't remember the names. Um, when I was reading the first book, I do remember thinking that there were similarities between Devil's Knights and Hollows Boys. So if you do actually like that series, Devil's Knights, but haven't read Hollows Boy, well then maybe give it a read, and maybe, unlike me, you will like it. I will say, it probably is me. I probably am the problem because I know a lot of people like this series, but I unfortunately can't hop on that train. Train or trend? Wait, I can't hop on that trend. I can't hop on that train. Wait, I can't ride on that train? Wait. Anyway, what was an overhyped book you read? Devil's Knights. I just said a lot. I'm not going to say any more. A book that surprised you. Okay, so I have, if you read it, I'm not right, if you watched any of my other past videos, like I believe the top 10 contemporary romance, I mentioned Tempt by Melanie Harlow. Oh my god. I fucking love this book. It's so damn good. And yes, I would actually say that this book surprised me the most this year in a good way. Because it has a trope that I have not particularly cared for in the past. I don't care for this trope. And most of the time when I've read a book that has this trope, I DNF it because I don't like it. And so far, this is the only book that I have read that has the trope that I don't like. And I fucking loved this book. So, the trope that I don't like is ex-boyfriend's dad. That trope. I don't like it. I have not had a good experience. Granted, I haven't read a lot of books with that trope. That's because I stay away from it because I know I don't like it. But I gave Tempt a chance and I instantly got hooked. Like, I really, really liked this book. It's so, so good. So good. And if you're like me and if you don't like that trope, I would actually say give this book a chance. Maybe you'll actually like it. So, yeah, to give a little context, again, like it is the trope that I just mentioned. It is also an age gap romance too, of course. And kind of how this starts is Millie, she meets, oh god, what's his name? I'm forgetting his name. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You know, that the monkey from Planets of the Apes. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Hey, don't do that. Okay, I do got distracted by the TV. Anyway, I'm really am forgetting his name, and I know I know his name. I know his name. Anyway, so Millie, the FMC in this book, she works at her family's wedding venue. Her family owns this wedding venue, Cloverleaf Farms, and her ex-boyfriend is getting married at her family's place of business. There is no hard feelings. Of course, that is weird, but no hard feelings. And anyway, she's on the phone with her sister one night. I believe it's Winnie. And Winnie's telling her, like, you gotta get out more or whatever, you gotta live. I don't know, some stuff like that. And so Millie decides to live it up. Woo, woo. And she goes to a bar one night, and then, of course, who was there? The MMC, the name that I cannot remember. He is there. I want to say Owen, but it is not Owen. His name is not Owen. I could easily look it up, but I don't want to. Maybe it'll come to me. Anyway, so the MMC is there. They make eye contact, then they stop. And then, of course, you know how it goes. She starts to get harassed by this guy, and then he steps in and saves her. And so they start flirting a little bit, and they converse at the bar, and then they hook up one wild night at the hotel, and then they don't see each other again. I forget for how much longer. Not a long time. But then the next time that they see each other again, what? It's because of his son's wedding, and oh god, and it's damn, I was doing so good, and it's because his son is getting married at her family's farm. So of course they see each other again, but they didn't know that the connection that they shared. So yeah. Anyway, if it sounds interesting, please give it a read. I highly recommend it. So good. Okay. Okay. Your favorite book couple of the year. Okay. I there have been a lot of good new book couples that I have met this year, but hands down, oh fuck. I have the book, but it's downstairs in my room, and I am upstairs in the living room. Well, I guess technically this is the TV room, but I've always called it the living room. I refuse to call it the TV room. You don't know anything about it. It's my own thing. You didn't ask. But anyway, um, you see, we're at an impasse here. Well, we're not. I'm at an impasse because I could get my lazy ass up and go get the book, but I'm not going to. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Yes. Yes. Oh, how's my hair? I think. Okay. Yes. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Macy and Elliot. I just, oh my god. Macy and fucking Elliot. I adore them. I love them. I would die for them. And if you hate them, leave this channel right now. I got no place for you here. Okay? When it comes to my all-time favorites, I got no place for you if you don't like them. Okay? So, I'm waiting. You can leave. Did you leave? Okay, so I love Macy and Elliot. Okay, okay. For those of you who don't know, oh, I will say again, I'm sorry for the repeat because if you've been watching some of my videos, I am definitely repeating myself a bit. I'm talking about the same books. Sorry about that, but hey, you chose to be here, and thank you for that. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, Love in Other Words, it's a childhood, oh my god, childhood best friends to lovers romance, dual, no, not dual point of view, dual timeline. So it goes back and forth between the past and the present. And in the past, Macy and Elliot, obviously, they were children when they met, best friends, and then they got in a relationship when they were teenagers, and then they fell apart, something happened, and then 10 years later, they meet up again by chance when they're adults, and you see that and them working their ways back to each other, or like really like Macy working her feelings out. And it's listen, it's an amazing story. It's beautiful. I love it. It's an easy read. It's a comfort read, and yeah, just read it. Read it, okay? Especially, if you do like Friends to Lovers, then you will most likely like this book. So yeah. Your favorite main characters of the year. Okay. I just said my favorite couples were Macy and Elliot. Now, I I had to choose more than just them for this question. It can't just be them because I have met a lot of new characters this year that I can adore. So obviously, Macy and Elliot is one of them. Aiden and Elsa from the RES series. I read their books back in July, so that was what, 5 months ago. I still think about them. Okay, 5 months later, I still think about them. I love them. Oh my god, Noah from Say You Swear. I love Ariana, but Noah, Noah, okay, and that's all I need to say. I don't need to say anything more. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you're lost. And Catherine and Elliot from P.S. You're Intolerable. Oh my god. Catherine Elliott, man. All these characters that I've just said, I still think about them a lot. And I read these books, like I met these characters back in the summer. Summer was what? 6, 5, 4 months ago? Counting June, July, August. So, anyway, yeah. I still think about them a lot. And I will probably enter the new year thinking about them. I love them. Argue with a block of cheese if you don't. New favorite author you discovered this year? Well, I didn't discover a new favorite author. I don't have a new favorite. Well, um, too soon to tell, but I am liking Melanie Harlow so far. I don't know if she'll be a favorite, but I like her so far. So yeah, an author that didn't work out for you this year. Well, let's go back to the first question. Penelope Douglas and Monty J. There definitely is a pattern there because both of those series are also very similar. Well, maybe not very similar, but I know that they kind of have similar what? Words have escaped me. Oh, what's the word? Premise. There we go. They both have similar premises, I guess, but they're also, of course, different. I mean, don't take my word for it, because I only read the first book of each series. Well, I made it further in Devil's Nights. Kai and Banks. What am I doing? What is the happiest book? Wait. What is the happiest book you read this year? Well, that is easy. P.S. You're Intolerable. Now, why? P.S. You're Intolerable isn't even a 5-star read. It's more like a 4.75. And I'm saying that this is my happiest book of the year, which is hard because I read a lot of good books this year. But this book is the only book I read this year where I was smiling the whole time. I was laughing. I was having a good self. Wait, what? I was having a good time. I was enjoying myself. Yeah, did I mention I was laughing? I was smiling. I was grinning like a fool in the middle of the night. So, yeah, and immediately, like, I got this feeling. I wasn't even like that far into the book, but I was like, oh, I can't wait to reread you again. Like, I immediately was looking forward to rereading this book before I had even finished it. Like, what? That's how you know. That says everything, okay? Okay. Catherine and Elliot and Joey, their daughter. What is the saddest book you read this year? Okay, now, guys, I hear sirens. Oh no. Okay, anyway, the saddest book I read this year, I would have to say Say You Swear, but I kind of hesitate to say that because first of all, I I don't read sad books. So this question was kind of hard for me to answer, but I'm answering it because I did cry when I read this book, and if you read the book, then you can probably guess the scenes that I probably did cry at. I did cry. Did I sob? No, but I did cry a few different times when I was reading this book. So I would have to say that this is the saddest book that I've read this year. But my biggest hesitation, though, is that the next book in the series, Promise Me Not, which I haven't read yet. Oh man, it's getting priority. It's getting priority. As soon as I'm done reading Akatar, I'm reading Promise Me Not. Anyway, yeah, I feel like Promise Me Not would actually make me cry more. I don't know. I'll let you know when I actually finally read that book, but I feel like if I had read Promise Me Not already, I would say Promise Me Not would have been the saddest book because I feel like just like the little backstory, like the knowledge that I already know about the MMC and the FMC, and of course reading the blurb, I feel like that one would have made me cry more. But I don't know. Time will tell. I'll let you know. The most frustrating book I read this year, and not frustrating in a good way, I mean frustrating in a way where I want to fucking burn this book. Like, forget Devil's Nights and the Hollows boys series, whatever. Like, this book, oh my god. I don't even know why I put myself through it. I don't know why I did it because I didn't have to. Nobody was making me. I wasn't forced against my will to read this book, so I don't know why I did it. I guess I just like pain. Anyway, the third best thing by Maya Hughes. Okay? Nothing against the author, but fuck this book. God. And I thought I would like it because it was a best friends to lovers romance, and I was just getting into. I discovered that I really like this trope. This was in the summer, so I was like, "Ooh, I'll probably like this." No, I fucking hated it. Every fiber. Oh, sorry, got distracted. With every fiber of my being, I hated this book. That I finished it, but I had no more will in me to even read the epilogue. I didn't even read the epilogue. And we know epilogues are short. They aren't even necessary to the story. I love them, but they aren't even necessary. And yet, I didn't even read it. This actually may make me a little bit of a hypocrite for all this shit that I've been talking about this series in this video thus far, but I do really like the covers. So, the question is, your favorite covers of the year? Well, first of all, Green Light by Jesse Hall. I actually did like that book. And I really love this cover. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. Whoever designed that cover, good job. It was so good. Okay, now, say what you want. I will talk all the shit in the world about this series if I want to. But I will never talk shit about the Hollows Boys covers because fuck, these covers are gorgeous. Like, I got entranced by these covers. That's how they got me. I got trapped. I got deceived because of these covers. And then I didn't even end up liking the series. I've kind of already said this in so many words, but a book you haven't stopped thinking about. Well, several. P.S. You're Intolerable, Love in Other Words, Darkverse series, the Deviant King trilogy, which is Aiden and Elsa from RES series. Those are just some of them. Oh, and Blindsided by Amy Dawes. There we go. Yes, which is Mac and Freya. Oh, I also love Mac and Freya. Oh, did I not mention them earlier? I'm gonna mention them. What was that? For favorite couples? Or, wait, no. Favorite new characters? They're also on the list. Mac and Freya. I love them. In fact, they're actually the book that got me into contemporary romance this past summer. So it would actually be a crime if I didn't put them on the list. So yes, they're also a favorite characters that I've met this year. Oh, okay. Uh, um, well, an unpopular book that I loved this year. Well, okay, first of all, Blindsided by Amy Dawes. That's it. It has kind of like the she's a virgin, by the way. I believe she's 30, so she's a 30-year-old virgin. 40-year-old virgin. I mean, no, not 40. She's not the 40-year-old virgin. She's 30-year-old. 30 years. Wait. 30 years old, I believe. I mean, I don't really remember. Well, I do, but I could be wrong about her age. I just know she isn't 40. But she ain't 20 either. How do I want to describe this book? So, it kind of does have like that teaching trope, you know? So, Mac and Freya, they're with their group of friends this one night at one of their friends' house, I believe, and they're playing Truth or Dare, I think. And wait, Truth or Dare? No, Never Have I Ever. Never Have I Ever. And it was the rated R version. And for some reason, Freya, man, I love her. But I was like, why? This is so stupid. She just kept lying. She kept on taking a drink and a drink, acting like she did all these sexual things, knowing damn well she didn't. And then everybody at the party was staring at her because it got, because the questions kept getting more, it surpassed to rated R to X-ray. This girl didn't even know all the things that she was raising her cup to and drinking to. And then, like, Matt's looking at her like... Anyway, I believe that leads to the next day or something. I don't know. That leads them to... He basically finds out pretty soon afterwards that she is a virgin. And for some reason, he offers to have sex with her. A one-night thing. And yeah, but then, they had sex. And, well, it was so damn good that they continued it for a month, I believe. And in that month, he was teaching her things. So, yeah, anyway, it was a really good book. I liked it. No, I loved it. Also, Freya, plus size FMC. So, there you go. Love that. So, yeah. Book you thought you'd love but didn't. Little Liar by Lee Rivers. Yeah, the second book to Little Stranger. I thought I would love Little Liar. If you watch my dark romance video, I loved Little Stranger, as you would have been able to tell, because I talked about that book. I loved Little Stranger, but Little Liar, mixed feelings about. I don't know, mixed feelings about Little Liar. There were definitely things about the book that I did appreciate and that I did enjoy, but for the most part, I was like, why? And then it was kind of just also dragging on for me. I forced myself to finish it because I was tempted to DNF it, but I didn't allow myself to DNF it because I read Little Stranger and I loved Little Stranger, so I was like, okay, we're gonna power through Little Liar. So, yeah. Little Liar was a little tough for me. So, yeah. Also, because I also feel like the first half of the book was just like Little Stranger, but make it all of Malachi's POV, which was great. Well, okay, no, it wasn't great because that kind of annoyed me. Well, not annoyed, but listen. I read Little Stranger, so I already knew this stuff, but it's in Malachi's point of view, which it was interesting and nice to see his side of the story, but at the same time, it's like, it's basically the same story. Like, why? And the end part too was different, but I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Little Liar could also be another book that disappointed me this year. Book you would reread this year. Wait, book you read this year that you would reread. Well, that's a lot of books for me because I actually do reread books. I love rereading books. So that's a lot, you know. The whole RAS series. Um, oh, God. Why is my mind blinking? Blindsided. Blindsided because you're intolerable. Love, in other words. Say You Swear. Archer's Voice. Sinner by Sierra Simone. Those are just some of them off the top of my head, but of course there's a lot more that I would reread because again I do reread books often. So yeah. Oh, Tempt, Undeniable by Melanie Harlow. Okay, last and final question. What will you prioritize in your 2025 reading year? Okay, first of all, just reading for pleasure. I don't want to lose my pleasure for reading. Not that I necessarily worry that I will, but now that I'm also doing this for YouTube and for TikTok, I don't wanna read a book because I feel like, oh, I have to do this so I can make a video, you know, like I don't want to let YouTube or TikTok negatively affect my reading. So yeah, so that's my number one priority. Just making sure I don't lose my pleasure for reading because I do read for fun. So yeah, but some other goals. I want to read more fantasy, specifically romantasy, because I like fantasy, but I don't read it often. I really don't. So I want to explore romantasy more in 2025. So with that being said, send me your recommendations, okay? So I do want to explore that trope more. And of course, continuing my dark romance and my new love, contemporary romance. So, yeah, and that's it. So, thank you for watching. And, oh, yeah, I don't know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Well, I won't be seeing you, but you'll be seeing me. So, yeah, but I look forward to conversing with you in the new year. Bye.